Welcome, everyone, to my newest psychic reading. We're going back in the history books today, ciao. We're going back into some old school tea, and we are getting into the one, the only Michael Jackson, and the one and the only Diana Ross. Two icons with two legendary lures that coincide together, seemingly. Now, I don't know if you know the connection between these two. Let me give you a quick rundown while we wait for people to come in the room. By the way, consider becoming a member of my YouTube channel. This might be members only. Depends on how interested everyone is. If y'all are interested, if the general public is interested, I'll keep it public. But if not, this might be members only. All right. Hi, Kiana. Thank you for being here. Kiana, what are you doing, Kiana? I was thinking about you earlier. Kiana's my friend, child. We live in the same state. We be hanging out. That is my girl, child. So thank you, Kiana, for being here. Yes, child, we're getting into some old school tea. And we're talking about Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. Now, I'm lucky that even though I am a zillennial, that means I'm Gen Z and millennial. Even though I'm a zillennial, I did grow up with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. So these two are iconic to me. Like, I know exactly who these are. I grew up watching The Wiz. I grew up loving Michael Jackson. Diana Ross wasn't making music as much when I was growing up, but definitely Michael, Madonna, like all the greats, the back then greats were still making music when I was a kid. So this is some old school tea that I came across earlier today. I don't know if y'all know this tea. Let me tell you the tea. So I was doing a compatibility birth chart reading today for a client. So I was already in the energy of love and romance, and I come across this tea that Michael Jackson and Diana Ross have a long-standing history. Mm. I think let me give credit to my source for the tea. By the way, I don't usually give credit to my source. Well, I give credit to Reddit because y'all know I love Reddit. But I actually got this tea from someone specifically. I think. Let me see if it was who I think it was. If it was him, because child just be watching videos. I don't even know who be banking them, honey. Um, mm, mm, mm. I feel like it was Sloan. Yes, it was Sloan. If you all don't follow Sloan, Slon Hooks, Sloan Hooks. He is an investigative YouTuber, I guess. He did a video on Diana Ross a couple days ago and Michael Jackson, and so apparently when Michael Jackson was in Jackson 5 when he was a kid, and still dark skin, just saying, and black, anyway. When Michael Jackson was a kid, he actually lived with Diana Ross, apparently, with the Jackson 5. This is when he was like 9 or 10 years old. There are clips of Michael when he was a little kid, little boy with Diana. They do bits. Back then they used to do bits on the talk shows and stuff like that. But of course that relationship stayed throughout the years, allegedly. So one of the rumors is that these two dated and were engaged numerous times at the behest of Katherine Jackson, allegedly. All right. And I think the Jackson family or Michael Jackson's handlers as well. I don't remember. It also allegedly, obviously, was not a good look for Diana Ross either to be engaged to someone, I guess, so young. And I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe times are different now because I feel like an age difference, as long as everyone is a legal age, right? I don't know, but getting married to someone at 18 is like kind of weird too. I don't know. Anyways, different times, different situations. There are rumors that these two are engaged. There's rumors that these two dated. Of course, they never publicly m- made it clear what it was between them, but they always made it clear that they had a great friendship and things of this nature. Let's put a pin in it. Oh, by the way, thank you, Deshaun, for your donation. I'm sorry, I'm talking and I didn't even like realize you're drinking, Kiana. Child, well, I have to be honest. I did have a shot before I came on, honey, because child, This is some tea. So I had to get in the vibes. All right. Jen, hi Jen, hi Tamisha, hi Marie. Looking good as always. Thank you so much. What do you call Gen X's and millennials? You would be a zillennial as well. But instead of it being a Z, it would be an X. Does that make sense? I don't know how you would pronounce that version. I mean, I know Diana had a liking to Michael, but that was too early. I just hope it was around when he was at least 19 or older because Michael did like her, but she was a mother figure. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, there are rumors that these two dated. Now, part of the rumors is allegedly there was an alleged Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein vibe going on, if you can catch my drift. Allegedly, once again. Now, this is part of why we're here to look into it, but there are rumors out there that Diana allegedly may have groomed Michael when he was younger. Now, 2 points I want to make right there. Let's make 2 points right there. Let me take a sip of my coffee, child. By the way, this is just black coffee. Y'all know I like my coffee black. Like, I like my skin, to be honest. And my clothes and my blackout curtains and my bed sheets. Child, I love the color black. Anyway. Hi, Janice. How are you? Hi, Latoya. Was Dirty Diana about her? We're going to get there, Latoya. 2 points I want to make. Okay. Don't you find it interesting that towards the end of Michael's life, or kind of throughout Michael's life, but particularly towards the end, we never really saw him with Diana. Now, throughout his lifetime, from I would say maybe until he was at what, 18, 20, until his death, we saw him regularly with Elizabeth Taylor. Was it because there was no sexual energy allegedly between Elizabeth Taylor and Michael? Also, mind you, Elizabeth Taylor is the OG, honey. She is the OG child star. All right? So Michael would be better to see her as a protege than anything else. Elizabeth Taylor is someone you learn from, honey. Diana, and I love Diana. I loved her in that movie with Brandy. What's the movie with what she did with Brandy, y'all? Platinum something, double platinum, I think. I love that movie. But if I had to learn from an Elizabeth Taylor or a Diana Ross, now y'all know I am full Capricorn. Which one do you think I would choose as a Capricorn, honey? Skin color excluded. Period. Okay? So it's interesting. Once again, we never really saw Diana in the picture, but we always saw Elizabeth Taylor as a friend. And it was clear that between Elizabeth and Diana, it was platonic. Or between Elizabeth and Michael, it was platonic. I mean, second point I want to make is we know Diana's a little loopy anyway. You know, she kind of gives me another legendary golden age diva energy who I absolutely love, who's also black. I love my black divas. I love my black artists. But Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt was also very interesting and perhaps a little bit loopy. Just saying. I love Eartha. I really do. This is from someone that grew up watching Nick at Night and stuff like that. Grew up watching the oldies. I Love Lucy. I grew up watching her as Batman or Batwoman. I have fond memories of seeing her as Batwoman on some Nick at Night television show. So I know what I'm talking about. Oh, my old heads. All right, like trust me, I'm deep in it. All right. It brings up some questions, doesn't it? The connection between Diana and Michael. Now, someone brought up the song "Dirty Diana." Dirty Diana, oh. Which, by the way, The Weeknd is the son of Michael Jackson. If y'all didn't know. By the way, yes, I have full edges, honey. This is all my hair. I don't take Rogaine. I don't take finasteride or whatever those like grow your hair back things are. The only thing I take is biotin. So I'm just putting that out there, but I'm gonna keep it cute. All right. Was Dirty Diana about Diana Ross? You know, I've been thinking about the lyrics the past few days, ever since I saw that I almost said Sloan Bella. By the way, shout out to Sloan Bella. Like, I'm not one of these black creators that hate Sloan Bella. I just like to stay in my own lane. I actually like Sloan. Once again, rest in peace to her son. I haven't watched her in a long time, but I was invested when her son passed away. So I hope she's like doing well with that. I don't know why Sloan Bella came through, but anyway, Sloan Hooks, blah 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 blah. Right. Shout out to Sloan Hooks because once again I've been thinking about that song Dirty Diana and I've been thinking about the lyrics. And the part that sticks out to me the most is when Michael Jackson talks about Dirty Diana, whoever Dirty Diana is, child. He talks about Dirty Diana being a groupie. He talks about Diana being a groupie. Now he poses Diana as someone who's just a fan, like someone usually like in the audience, maybe that like sneaks backstage, to get with the superstar. But then I think of Diana Ross and Barry Gordy. What did Michael know about Diana that we didn't know? Let's get into it, y'all. I mean, I've set the stage. I have questions. I also am going out tonight, so I have about 15 minutes to eat my dinner. So I want to be able to eat my dinner. But let's get into it, child. Let's get into the tea about the relationship between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. You mean his musical son or son? Because he passed away. I did not know that. No, I did not know her son passed away. Yeah, unfortunately. Princess Diana, I'm so sorry. Oh, Princess Diana. No, we're talking about Diana Ross, not Princess Diana. Princess. Oh, you okay? Y'all talking about Princess Diana? Okay, got it. Princess Diana wanted him to play the song for him back in 1988. It was in 1989. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did hear that too. But Michael, of course, was so respectful of Princess Diana that he was like, I guess he thought she wouldn't like it or would see it as disrespectful. All right. So I think he didn't play it, but then Princess Diana was like, no, I love that song. Play it, please." I love Princess Diana, child, but we've done a lot of readings on her too. Maybe we could do one on her and Michael. That would be interesting. Thank you for cleansing and clearing the energy of these decks from any past reading. In Jesus' name I pray and thank you. Amen, amen, and amen. All right. Okay, I was watching a guy that does some kind of reading, and he did a mediumship with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson said Berry Gordy was weird. Really? I mean, I think a lot of men, old men in those days, were probably weird. To be honest, you be outside, Lamarr. I love to see it. Yeah, I'd be outside, child. When this, when I click off this screen, I'm not sitting, but I'm not sitting here, y'all. I only sit here to work. If I'm not working, I'm not sitting here. All right. But as an artist, that's where you get inspiration is living life. So, Diana, were you living life while Michael was living his life? Let's see. What was the true energy between Diana Ross and Michael Jackson? Spirit, give us some creating insight. What was the true energy and the true relationship between Michael Jackson and Diana Ross? The Magician card shows up as the first card. This is manipulation. This is look over there, not over here. You know what I get? I don't even know what y'all are gonna. I don't know how y'all. I don't know how you all are going to take what I'm about to say, especially my Michael Jackson fans, but also my fans of the other artists I'm about to mention. I mean, I love both of these two, but I mean this in no offense at all. Michael Jackson and Britney Spears had a lot more in common than we both give them credit for. It's just that in certain ways, Michael did it first, but in other ways, Britney did it first too. Britney had a lot of firsts outside of her career compared to Michael. Michael had a lot of firsts in his career compared to Britney. Do you all remember when Britney Spears got married and then got the marriage annulled like really quickly with that Jason guy and it was like a huge deal? I don't know why I'm getting a that same energy between Diana and Michael. It's almost like something happened that the team had to allegedly clean up for image sake. Why do I say that? Because the magician card shows up connected to image, self image. Whatever this was, it wouldn't have looked good for either Michael or Diana, but especially Diana. I'm kind of getting an R. Kelly vibe too, allegedly. Once again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tracy. Who's the son that's married to Ashley Simpson? I'm sorry to whoever you are. This is all alleged for YouTube entertainment purposes, out of respect for everyone involved. I get the Ten of Cups, connected to personal belongings, ownership. These two had a lot invested together. These two have a lot of memories together. It's not just Michael and Diana, it's Michael, Diana, and the families. Oh. Ten of Swords shows up. What was the true relationship between Michael and Diana? Ten of Swords shows up connected to communication, the mind, young childhood to young adult years. Do you guys know what the Ten of Swords really is? Why have I been so deep lately? I've been so deep with these readings, but child, they be hitting home every time. Do y'all know what the Ten of Swords really is? But Ten of Swords can be a card of repeating generational trauma, repeating situations that happen to you that you've not healed from in a proper way. AKA doing something you know you shouldn't be doing, probably, and it falls back on your ass. Remember, Michael had those issues with the kids? Allegedly, which I never believed he was like. I never believed he did it, and I was a kid when, like, watching this play out in real time in the 2000s. But that poses the question, Diana, what did you go through in your childhood, in your young adult years? Allegedly. Hurt people, allegedly, once again. Seven of Pentacles, I do not think the family's approved. I don't think it looked good for Diana to have this young man when she had children and, like, them calling Michael Jackson daddy. Like, I love you, Michael, but I don't know if I want to call you daddy and you didn't birth me. Like, and you know the Jackson family was not accepting Diana, you know. King of Cups. We know he was a Virgo, I believe. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This would be a Leo. Was he a Leo or a Virgo? Was he a Leo or a Virgo? Because this could be him. The Hierophant shows up. This could be him if he was a Virgo. All right. It's interesting. In between the two, even when Michael was young, a kid, even when Michael was 18, 20, 21, whatever it was, Michael always had more star power than Diana, period. Was that what Diana was drawn to? Because we know Diana used to love that type of shit. The Wheel of or the World card shows up. Is there more they're not telling us? Was there intimacy? Diana, was there energy around pregnancy at one point? Allegedly. There's stuff they're not telling us about this relationship between Michael and Diana. I get the Four of Wands connected to the past. There also maybe could be truth to those engagement rumors. Look at the veil, y'all. Connected to the past. Catherine may not have liked it, but for Joe, may have been good for his career. The Sun card shows up, a new beginning, and the Three of Pentacles is the last card. I think other people intervened in this relationship between these two. So my next question is, I have to ask this one carefully. Is there any truth to, what time is it, you guys? Is there any truth to Diana Ross in any way, shape, or form preying on Michael Jackson when he was young or impressionable? We'll say that way. Is there any truth to this, Spirit? Give us some cutting insight. Because how old was she when he was young? Would she still have been able to have children, or would she have been in her 30s or 40s? I mean, she looked great back then, so she probably still could have had children, child. I don't know, Maybe she couldn't have. Maybe she got her tubes tied. I don't know. But there's just some interesting things showing up in the cards. Did Diana allegedly prey on Michael in any way, shape, or form? Or groom Michael in any way, shape, or form? Allegedly. Five of Cups. One thing about Diana, she was always conscious of her own image. I think there's certain things though that happen in Diana's childhood. Hurt people hurt people. Catch that T. I think Diana may have also been thinking about her career. Think Diddy to Justin Bieber or Usher to Justin Bieber. And when I say Usher to Justin Bieber, I'm not saying there was anything weird going on between them, although we don't know. I say, let's keep it real. The fact that Usher was attached to Justin Bieber, up and coming artist, you know, new big up and coming artist, that kind of kept Usher on the map. I'm not gonna lie. You know, was it the same between Diana and Michael allegedly? Because I mean, when you're connected to Michael Jackson, I mean, Three of Cups shows up, connected to thoughts, the mind, communication. Once again, the question is, did Diana do any unscrupulous energies towards Michael allegedly? Once again, Nine of Cups connected to family, motherhood, y'all. No, 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 no. No way. No way. I don't know if I can believe this. Ten of Swords shows up, connected to romance, self expression. Once again, doing something you know you shouldn't be doing, but doing it anyway. But the World card, which is a card of pregnancy, was Diana pregnant? Oh my God. Oh my God. The word Diana. The family card? All right. I already know my next question. Nah. I have a question. Tell me what you think about it. The Sun card, a card of pregnancy once again. Diana. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. I have a question. Let's ask it. Was Diana pregnant? Mm-mm. Is there any truth? Is there any potential at all, Spirit, that Diana Ross may have been pregnant, allegedly? And is there any potential that it was Michael Jackson's child? Is there any truth or potential that Diana Ross was allegedly pregnant with a child that may have been Michael Jackson's allegedly? Allegedly. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, child. Oh my goodness. Okay. I feel like I'm spinning. I need to. All right. Before I pull these cards, I just need to center my energy. Oh my God, we're about to go overtime. I don't even know if I have time to eat my dinner. Like this tea is so juicy. I don't even care. I'll eat when I get back from the movies. To be honest with you, the Fool card, unexpected changes, unexpected territory, facing the Judgment card, a breakthrough, a prayer answered. Ace of Swords. Oh my fucking God. The Magician card shows up connected to motherhood, y'all. The Magician card shows up connected to motherhood. I have to go take another mini shot. I'll be right back. This is so crazy. This is so juicy. This tea is so juicy. I gotta go quench my thirst with a shot, child. Whew. Oh my God. Shout out to Sasha Colby. No wonder it was Dirty Diana. Did he mention anything about abortion in that song, by the way? We need to look at those lyrics, child. Mm. Eight of Cups shows up connected to childhood memories. The Moon card shows up connected to health, routine. Five of Pentacles shows up connected to one-on-one relationships. Keep in mind, Michael wanted children. And I keep getting the energy that he was willing to make an arrangement with women to have said children, which we can assume was the case with his now children's parents. What was her name? Debbie Rowe? I keep getting that there's an arrangement with that to have for him to have her kids, allegedly. Was there an alleged arrangement between maybe Diana and Michael? Because I keep seeing Diana looking at Michael and being like, yes, I'll have your kids. I would love to have your kids. Like, but it's almost like an act of love in a weird way. Like, but this is all a metaphor. This also all could be a metaphor, hypothetically speaking. I get the Six of Wands connected to intimacy, change, transformation. Six of Wands is forward movement, success with people behind you. I think if Diana allegedly was pregnant with Michael Jackson's child or children in any way, shape, or form, there are or were people who know or knew about it. And can confirm. Three of Pentacles shows up connected to expansion. Once again, it's interesting. You go into it thinking about your career, but when things get real, it's your career that's on the line. It's almost like how a young woman thinks she can trap a man by having his baby. Allegedly. King of Wands shows up, facing the Three of Swords. I think there was a man, though, from her past that was not about it. Was not about it. Might have been. You know what? I think either it was a man from her past or it was one of the father of her children that was not about it. So how many babies daddies does she have? Last card is the Six of Cups, y'all. The question was there energy of pregnancy between these two? My answer is allegedly there's a high possibility that yes, there was. I'm gonna end there, y'all. This is a lot. Whew. Wow. I would love to see a documentary about the truth between these two. I would love that. Diana, child, I'm looking at you totally different now, to be completely honest with you. And I've been watching, now, I know this has nothing to do with you because this is your daughter, but I've been watching, well, it kind of connects because I've been watching not the Golden Girls. I love the Golden Girls, by the way. Dorothy's my favorite. Um, but I've been watching the Girlfriends lately. The reruns. I've been watching reruns of Girlfriends, reruns of 101, reruns of Everybody Hates Chris, reruns of Martin, reruns of Moesha, reruns of the Parkers. Shop. But your daughter has little bit of cuckoo in her too, to be honest. And I love Tracy. She seems like a hoot. All right. Anyway, I gotta get ready to go to the movies, y'all. Hmm. I don't even know how to feel right now. What's the final card for these two, Spirit? Give us some credit and insight. If you guys want, oh, here we go. If you guys want a reading, I am available when I get back from the movies. All right, in about an hour or two. So if you would like to book a reading, I am available. You can text me 703-791-9162. I think MJ really loved Diana Ross. I don't think MJ was gay because he talked about women a lot. Maybe bisexual. I could see him being bisexual, bi-curious. I could see him loving trans women, loving the beauty of trans women. I think if anything, Michael may have been pansexual. Is more so the vibe I get from him, to be honest with you. But I could see him more with feminine energy. All right. 10 of action. But to be honest, for all we know, Diana could be the same energy as well. So it is what it is. But it says you're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. There's a reason why Diana, she cleans up well, but if you squint your eyes and you pay attention, Diana is a cuckoo and she is a mess sometimes. Does not have it all the way together. You can see it in her hair sometimes, the way she dresses, her teeth. I'm sorry. All right. There's something mentally off, and I wonder how is she coping and processing whatever she had with Michael now that he's passed. Anyway, all right. Whew. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. I do think Michael loves Diana, still loves Diana, and I do think he's probably around her in spirit. But mentally, I don't know how she copes with that. Anyway, straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. Is Diana a hoarder as well? I don't know why I get hoarder vibes from her. Allegedly. All right, you guys. I don't know how to feel. I'm going to go to the movies to release this energy. Because I'm low-key upset at Diana. I know I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe, I don't know. You know? Anyway, maybe I just love Michael. I love Michael. Michael to me is not necessarily like Britney. Because Britney's not as problematic. But anyway. I love Michael and his music. His music is so inspiring to me growing up, as was Britney. So I just want them to, well, Michael's passed, but I just want my favorites to be mentally okay, So, Diana, we're watching you, honey. I know we saw you recently on the Beyonce tour, but we're wondering what's going on, honey. All right, you guys. Well, thank you all for listening and watching. I will catch you on the next video. I will catch you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless. Until the next time. Bye, everyone. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to switch it to this scene, but bye, y'all. When I look in the mirror, I love who I see. My spiritual journey aligns me with my destiny. My ancestor spirit guides, they teach me how to fly. I just need a guy who will be my standby. When you're doing your best, you love what you see. Your higher self aligns you with your perfect destiny. Blessings and love to the Most High. I just need a guy who will be my standby. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble, and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble, and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town. Stand by me and be humble when life tries to get you down. I'll stand by you when you crumble and you're feeling like you're gonna drown. Stand by me and be humble, and life won't get you down. I'll hold your hand when you fumble and get out of this town.